Ever bought a gadget that promised to change your life, but the only thing it changed was your mood when it broke after a week? Like that fancy blender that struggled with ice. Which can help avoid those mishaps. Right now, get a digital annual subscription for half the price, just £39.50 for the whole year. That's less than 80p a week, cheaper than that daily coffee habit. Which offers expert, independent reviews on everything from kitchen appliances and cars to mattresses and TVs. Every product is purchased and rigorously tested in the lab to provide honest verdicts, so no more regrettable purchases. Enjoy access to the Which app, the Ask Which service for personalised buying advice, and the 11 digital editions of Which magazine throughout the year. Half price, expert advice, and no buyer's remorse. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Head to which.co.uk/podcast offer to get a digital annual subscription for just £39.50. Offer ends 12th of March.
Hello and welcome to Which Shorts. I'm James Rowe. If this is your first time tuning in, then welcome along. Each Wednesday, we delve inside one of the Which magazines. So that's Which Gardening, Which Tech, Which Travel, or the original Which magazine. Now we choose a piece that was written by one of our brilliant journalists and bring it to life, giving you loads of free everyday advice. This week, we've got our heads up in the clouds. Well, cloud storage, that is. In the February-March edition of Which Tech, Adam Marshall investigated the key differences between the major cloud service providers and revealed whether you can really trust them with your data. Here's Adam's piece, adapted for the podcast, this week read by John Weeks.
Gone are the years of filling a drawer with various sized USB sticks to hold onto your files. It's 2025 now, and we're very much in the era of cloud storage. And even if you don't use cloud storage now, you're probably aware of it. Many of us feel like we're constantly being urged to store things in the cloud. But what does it actually mean? Well, think of the cloud not as a fluffy white thing floating through the sky, but more like a massive dedicated data center filled with servers. These servers effectively replace those USB sticks and hard drives of old. The key difference being you can access the files on these servers from any device you own with simply an internet connection and your password. You can think of them like huge bank vaults with shelves upon shelves of locked safety deposit boxes stuffed with the private effects of individuals worldwide. And much like bank vaults, on the whole, these cloud servers are very secure. Cloud storage is intrinsically linked with online security, and providers go to great lengths to keep your private information private. Files are encrypted in transit to and from your account, and are also kept in an encrypted state while in storage. This effectively makes them hack-proof and inaccessible for anybody who doesn't have access to your account. This extends to physical security too. Microsoft, for example, explains on its website that only a limited number of essential personnel can gain access to its OneDrive data centers, which are also protected by security officers, motion sensors, and video surveillance. And if you're worried about the possibility of physical harm causing damage at a data center, then rest assured that most big cloud services keep all your stored data backed up in multiple safe centers to avoid anything being lost. So, if you're not already using it, why join the cloud? Well, if you've recently upgraded your smartphone or PC, you might have learned about one of the key advantages of cloud storage, potentially the painful way. If you only store your files locally, you'll have inevitably spent the first few days with your shiny new device, transferring years' worth of data across from your old one. Files in the cloud, on the other hand, are accessible by any one of your synced devices, be it a mobile, laptop, or tablet, old and new. That convenience extends to daily use too. Every time you take a photo or enter data on a spreadsheet, it automatically becomes safely stowed and accessible instantly by your other gadgets. Space is another key consideration. You'll always be restricted by the finite limit of your device's physical storage. Once that's been exhausted, you'll need to buy an external hard drive or USB stick for extra space, which is an unwieldy way to store your files and puts them at risk of being damaged or lost. There's no way that your cloud account will go missing if you move home or spill a cup of tea. Cost is a big factor too. Take the most recently released Apple smartphones as an example. The entry-level iPhone 16 has 128GB of storage and costs £799. You'll need to pay a whopping £300 extra to upgrade to the 512GB version. But on Apple iCloud, going from 200GB to 2TB costs £6 extra a month, and that storage space is usable across all your tech. But the good news is a lot of cloud storage is actually offered for free, with optional paid tiers that offer more space and features. Apple, Google, and Microsoft all include free tiers with their cloud storage products. And if you use a Gmail account for your emails or Google Photos on your Android smartphone, you're probably already using Google One's free storage without even realizing. So, why bother paying? Well, space is likely the main reason for most users. If you consider those big names we've just mentioned, Google One's free storage has a maximum capacity of 15GB, while the free services from Microsoft's OneDrive and Apple's iCloud only allow you 5GB each. So, if you're constantly snapping photos or recording videos, you might find that this gets used up pretty quickly. Here's a snapshot of your options from the big-name cloud storage providers. First up, Amazon Photos. On the free tier, you get 5GB for photos and 5GB for videos. Going up to 2TB will cost you just under £160 a year. Amazon Prime members get unlimited capacity for photos and 5GB just for video. Next, Apple's iCloud. As you know, you get 5GB of storage for free off the bat. Expanding that to 2TB will set you back just under £108 a year. The free tier automatically backs up from your devices, but paid tiers sync with Safari and HomeKit Secure Video and includes Hide My Email for enhanced privacy. We believe Apple has been trapping customers into using iCloud by steering users to its own cloud service and making it difficult to use other cloud storage providers. That's why we're taking the company to court. We've got a full podcast episode all about this. Click the link in the show notes to find out more. Now, Google One. You get 15GB as standard for free for things like your emails and Google Photos. To push that up to 2TB, you'll pay just under £80 a year. It also gives you access to online tools including Docs, Sheets, Slides, Calendar, and Meet video calling, and the basic 100GB plan can be used by up to 5 people. Microsoft's OneDrive. After the 5GB of free storage, you can pay just under £60 a year for 1TB of storage, or for just £20 more, you get 6TB. It's easy to use with programs such as Word and Excel, and a Microsoft 365 personal plan includes 1TB of storage, plus additional support and security. The free version gives you 5GB of email storage. And finally, Dropbox. You can sign up for 2GB of free storage with Dropbox. If you want to up it to 2TB, it'll cost you just under £96 a year. That plan includes 50GB of file transfers, as well as PDF editing and virtual document signing. Only business plans allow use by more than one person.
Thanks to John Weeks for reading that piece, originally written by Adam Marshall and published in the February-March edition of Which Tech. To read it in full, then be sure to become a member of Which Tech. There's a link in the show notes for you to find out how to join. A membership will also grant you unlimited one-to-one access to our experts who are able to support your everyday tech needs. And of course, the Which Tech mag will be posted to your door every other month. We'll be back again next week for another episode of Which Short, but don't forget that if it's financial news you're after, Which Money will be here for you on Friday. Which Short was produced by me, James Rowe, produced and edited by John Weeks, while the exec producer was Samra McCarrath.
Every year, Which tests thousands of the products that you rely on every day. And we've been doing it for over 60 years.
Which reviews are 100% impartial. We don't accept freebies from manufacturers, and we have no owners, shareholders, or government departments to answer to. So our work is on behalf of you, the consumer.
In a world of misleading claims and fake reviews, we test everything, from everyday items to big purchases, so that you don't have to.
We then put them through tests and assessments that go beyond the accepted standard to work out how well these products work for you and what's not worth your money. And a Which membership not only gets you access to our reviews, it also funds our non-profit campaigning work, like getting scam ads banned on social media and ending broadband and mobile mid-contract price hikes. And right now, podcast listeners can become a Which member for 50% off the usual price by heading to which.co.uk/podcast offer.